Newcastle United player. How does that sound?
Amazing. You know, it was a childhood dream of mine to come and represent Newcastle, and you know, the opportunity is now here, and I can't wait to get started.
As you say, a childhood dream. You were a Newcastle United fan. Does that make it even more special for you? Yeah,
it's a proud moment for myself, my family, everyone. Crazy Newcastle supporters. So you know, the move to come here, it was a no-brainer really.
Just tell us a little bit about how you became a Newcastle fan, because you were born in Wembley, you grew up in Norwich. So how come you chose the Magpies?
So my mother, she's from Birtley, my dad a little further up in Ashington, and then the rest of my family, they're all from Gateshead. So you know, they've always been Newcastle supporters, and then that's the team that I chose to follow.
Have you had a chance to speak to your family about this move yet?
Obviously they've seen a lot in the media, but you know, I've not tried to say much to them, but you know, I've been getting messages from them, and they're really excited to see it go through.
So you grew up supporting Newcastle. What was your era? What teams do you remember growing up?
Well, my first game was I went to watch with my brother. Dad took us to watch Newcastle versus PSV in the UEFA Cup at the time. It was a 2-1 win. Alan Shearer, Gary Speed getting the goals, Laurent Robert, Olivier Bernard. You know, watching them players growing up, I enjoyed that. They used to really stick out to me. You know, Laurent Robert is wonder of a left foot. You know, used to cannon everything in. And obviously, like I said, Alan Shearer. You know, he's a god at Newcastle. So yeah, you can't forget some of them names.
I suppose watching a European night at St James's Park as well for your very first game, you can't help but be hooked after that, can you? Yeah,
and obviously playing last season with Norwich at St James's, the atmosphere is magical. I couldn't hear any of the boys when we were playing. All I could hear was the fans. And you know, I wanted to be part of that when I heard it. You know, I had the opportunity to come and play here. So.
Yeah, you mentioned that game at St James's Park. You actually scored in that game as well. That must have been a slightly strange feeling for you. Yeah, it was a strange feeling. But you know, I was playing for Norwich at the time. You know, had to do what I had to do. But no, obviously Newcastle got the win in the end in what you know proved to be a you know really good game in the end. Just what was that game like to be involved in? Because watching it was one of the most crazy games that I think many fans can remember. What was it like to play in?
It was exhilarating, to say the least. Obviously, being at Norwich at the time, we didn't get the win, so we were very gutted. But you saw the passion from the Newcastle fans and what it meant to them. But yeah, for both teams, you know, it was a really exciting game.
Obviously, you scored your first goal at St James's Park that night. You'll hope it's the first of many more to come. What do you hope to bring to the team now you're here?
What do I hope to bring? An attacking flair, pace. You know, I'm very direct. I like to shoot. I like to provide chances for the team, and you know, I'm attacking wide midfielder, so I'll try my best to get goals and assists for this club.
There's that brilliant photo of yourself and your brother Josh. Tell me about that. When was it taken? What do you remember about it?
It's taken very many years ago. You know, it's around our house. I've got some more pictures of it. But yeah, you know, it's a really nice picture. You know, the smiles on mine and Josh's face. You know, maybe we were destined to be here. But yeah, no, it was a nice picture, and yeah, my family love it as well.
You played at the European Under-21 Championships recently as well. What kind of an experience was that for you?
It was a great experience for me. You know, got to learn a lot of different tactics, play against different formations, play in different positions when I was there. You know, at one point I played as a fullback. So you know, I like to think that I've got that versatility to my game. But obviously, you know, being in a European Championship, representing your country, you know, at youth level, you know, that's the top level, and you know, I was proud to represent England.
You represented England at pretty much
youth level. I suppose long term is the aim, full international honours?
Yeah, obviously long term that's the goal. That's the goal for every professional player, to play for their country at the top level, and hopefully good form will get me there.
Playing in the Premier League with a club like Newcastle under a manager like Rafa Benitez, that can only help. How big an influence was Rafa on your decision to come?
Massive influence. Obviously when the interests come in from a manager like Rafa, you know, it's a no-brainer. He's managed some of the best players in the world, the best teams in the world, and if I got the chance to work with him, you know, you'd be silly not to say yes to it. So he can only get my game stronger from here.
You already know a handful of players as well, I think. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I know Isaac. Obviously we used to play against each other when we were growing up, and then through England systems. So I know Adam Armstrong very well. We had a good loan together when at Coventry. So I know a few of the boys. I'm looking forward to meeting the rest of the squad.
And I suppose the fact that you're here at Carton House in a training camp, it's a great opportunity to just get to know everybody straight away in quite an enclosed environment.
Yeah, you know, this is probably the most ideal place for me to get to know everyone. I'll be meeting them very soon, and like I said, I'm looking forward to getting to know them all.
The first game that you're playing, the first Premier League game, Tottenham at home at St James's Park on TV. Have you allowed yourself to think about that yet?
Yeah, I've already started thinking about that day, and you know, it's going to be special. It's going to be special for myself, my family. You know, having the Newcastle badge on my chest, you know, couldn't think of anything better.